Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. Today, we're going to be talking about a subclass of the fighter, straight out of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, the Rune Knight fighter. These guys, they're a fun one. Rune Knights bring amazing powers to the fighter through their connection to the magic of giants. Literally, they use runes, which they empower themselves with. These runes have giant magic in them. And, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. When you choose Rune Knight at level 3, you get a couple bonus proficiencies. Smith's tools, and you learn to speak giant if you don't already. So, that's nice. Ribbon features, tools and languages, no complaints. That's an 8 out of 10 feature. You get the Rune Carver ability. You get to choose from 2 runes from a list of 4 currently. And you get to choose one of the 4 basic types of giants: frost, cloud, stone, or fire. And you can choose 2 of these runes to learn, and then you can carve these runes onto a piece of gear: a weapon, a shield, your armor, a piece of jewelry, whatever, something you wear or carry, so you're not really limited in what you can put it on. The rune provides passive benefits. Depending on the rune you choose, you could get advantage on certain ability checks, you could get advantage when you use tools, you could get advantage against poison or insight or whatever. There's several different things that you can get from these runes as passive benefits that just last forever. So, lots of skill-based abilities, but that's not all. Each rune can also be invoked once per short rest. They do different things. Again, you can use some runes to redirect attacks, so you can choose to have an attack that's about to hit you or an ally hit someone else. You can use them to restrain your enemies in fiery shackles, or even charm creatures. And again, since you can use the runes once per short rest, you get to use them pretty frequently. You start off with 2 and you gain more runes as you level up. When we get to level 7, I'll talk about a couple more. But all in all, the Rune Carver feature is 10 out of 10 across the board. Skills, combat abilities, recharging on short rest, and your choice. And none of them are bad picks. You pick your favorites here. Some of them certainly have more combat power, some of them use reactions, some of them use bonus actions, and the passive benefits vary, but they're all good, and some of them are fantastic. But we're still not done. At 3rd level, you get another feature: Giant's Might. As a bonus action, proficiency bonus times per day, you become large-sized. And it doesn't specify that you have to be medium-sized for this to work. It's not like Enlarge Reduce, where you go up a size. You just become large. So if you're small, you become large. If you're tiny, not that there are any tiny playable races, you would become large. So you grow to large-sized. You also get an extra 1d6 to your attack roll, to your damage, and you get advantage on your strength checks and saves. So, all sorts of good powers. It lasts for a minute, you can do it a few times per day, and it's just great. Being big is awesome, doing extra damage, makes you awesome at grappling too, and, bonus action, this is all amazing stuff. More 10 out of 10s. So, this subclass is very front-loaded. You get some awesome stuff. But we're going to keep going. Level 7, you get the Runic Shield power. A few times per day, you can effectively grant your enemies disadvantage. When they hit with an attack, either against you or an ally, you can use your reaction and force them to re-roll, and they have to use the new roll. Obviously, this could go wrong if you accidentally re-roll them into a crit, but if it's a hit, you're likely to either score another hit or miss, so it is effective disadvantage. I give that a 9 out of 10 power. But you also get 2 more runes that you can learn from the list of giant runes. We're going back to Rune Carver here, obviously, which is still a 10 out of 10 power, but you can go now for the Hill Giant or the Storm Giant. One of which provides you, when you invoke it, with resistance to piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage. Wow. The other one gives you a prophetic state, it's called, where you can use your reaction anytime anyone around you rolls a d20, whether it's you or an ally or an enemy, whether they're doing an attack, ability check, or saving throw, and give them either advantage or disadvantage as you see fit. This is incredible. Just, if this isn't the one you're picking at level 7, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, maybe you really want resistance to damage, but once per day, or once per short rest, I should mention, being able to use a bonus action and then for a solid minute hand out advantage and disadvantage at will. Magic users would drool over this, but you're a fighter. Holy crap. Like, these are insanely powerful abilities. Then at level 10, we find ourselves with another ribbon feature. You grow. Not like you become large like Giant's Might. No, your natural size grows by 3d4. So you basically get 7.5 inches taller on average, which is a ribbon feature that doesn't really have any use. But you also get more damage with your Giant's Might. Instead of doing an extra 1d6, you do an extra 1d8, which isn't incredible, but it's whatever. I say 8 out of 10 for flavor and for more damage. Whatever. Then at level 15, things get insane. Up to this point, you've been able to invoke your runes once per short rest, which is plenty, in my opinion. But now, you can invoke them twice per short rest. All of them. And by this point, you have, like, several runes, because you get more as you level up. You start with 2, and then you get 3, 4, and eventually 5. So you can invoke your runes now 10 times per short rest. So you've always got a rune to invoke. Not to mention your Giant's Might you can use 5 times per rest as well. So you're always going to be big or using these pseudo-magical powers. 10 out of 10, absolutely. Finally, at level 18, things get even crazier, as if they couldn't already. You get the Runic Juggernaut power, where your Giant's Might increases to huge size instead of large. So now you become even bigger when you become a giant. And you do extra damage, and your reach increases by 5 feet. So now you are truly gigantic, taking up so much space on the battlefield. Another 10 out of 10. So much power, so much bigness and rune power. This, if it wasn't for the ribbon features being so lackluster, this would be 10 out of 10 easily. My math, unfortunately, means I have to give it a 9 out of 10 because the ribbon features are kind of unimpressive. You know, they're very meh. They're alright, but they're not 10 out of 10 material. If they were, then this would be great. As it stands, you could ignore the ribbon features entirely and call this subclass 10 out of 10. It's one of the best fighters in the game, and well worth your time. Everyone should want to be a Rune Knight, because who doesn't want to be a super giant fighter? This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below, and keep your eyes peeled for more subclass reviews coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.